and welcome to the Writing Station's Handwriting Practice session. Today we're going to find out what those lines mean on our writing paper. Parents and teachers, you will need to click on the link in the description box to print out a copy of today's writing practice paper. In addition, you will also need crayons, a pencil, scissors, and glue stick. Just a quick note, parents and teachers, we work very hard to bring you high quality videos. Please don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe to this channel. Very important. Thank you. Okay, boys and girls, ready to get started? Let's take a look at our writing grid. Our writing grid we found has 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. The first line is called our skyline. The second line is called the plane line. The third line is called the grass line. And the last line is called the worm line. And each line, boys and girls, is very important to forming our letters and writing as well. Okay, so you're going to need your crayon. Show me blue. What we're going to do, boys and girls, is we're going to trace our lines in the different colors. The first line, the skyline. When we think of the sky, we think of blue. The first line is blue. Take your crayon and just roll right over the line. The second line is our plane line. This is the dash line. And we're going to color this line black for the black dashes. The next line is our grass line. Grass line. When you think of grass, you think of green. Show me green. Okay, so we're going to trace the line in our green crayon. So we have our skyline, we have the plane line, the grass line, and the very last line is called the worm line. The worm line. Okay, very good, boys and girls. Now you're going to need your scissors, because what we're going to do, we're going to cut out our pictures. This represent the skyline. This picture is the plane line. This picture represents the grass line. And finally, the worm line. Very good, boys and girls. Well, so we're going to take our pictures, cut them out, and we're going to glue them next to the line. Now, when I cut out my pictures, I like to cut out all the pictures at once, rather than to cut out one and paste it, another one and paste it. Cut them all out at once. That will make it easier when I start gluing my pictures. It saves time. It doesn't have to be a perfect cut, boys and girls. Just trim it. Okay. I'm ready, and now you need your glue stick. And this is what I do, boys and girls. It makes it a little easier. You don't need a lot of glue from your glue sticks, just one swipe. And that's it. And then make sure you close your glue. Put the top back on your glue stick. The first line is the skyline. The second line is the plain line. The third line is the grass line. And the last line, the fourth line, is our worm line. Very good, boys and girls. How are you doing? I can tell you're doing great. Okay, now that we have identified our lines, we're going to look at our letter that we have. What letter of the alphabet is this? I can't hear you. You're right, N. This is the uppercase N and the lowercase n. What sound does the letter N make? That's right. N, nut, Very good. Let's take a look at our letters and the numbers that we have next to our letter. We have a 1, and remember the 1 tells us start here at number 1. The arrow tells us which direction to go in. This arrow is telling us to go straight down. Number 2 says, I'm next. And the arrow says, go straight down. So let's see what we're going to do. We have an arrow of the first line that starts at the skyline and goes straight down. Then the second line starts at the skyline and goes straight down. The third line slants. You meet the third line at the top of the skyline and you slant the line. Okay, you can watch me, boys and girls. I'm going to start at the skyline, and you see the arrow tells me to go straight down. Then I'm going to start at number 2, my next line. Start at the skyline, go straight down. So I have 2 lines, 2 vertical lines next to each other, opposite each other. And this number 3 tells me to slant across to meet the other line, just like that. Very good, boys and girls. Now you try it. So we have our 2 lines first, the 2 outside lines, and then we have the slanted line in the middle. The lowercase letter is different. The lowercase letter, only 2 strokes are needed to make this line. The first number 1 tells us start underneath the plain line and go straight down. Number 2 says, then you're going to curve the line, just like that. So let's try it by ourselves. I have a line here that goes straight down. I have a line here that goes straight down to the grass line. From the skyline to the grass line. Then the third line is going to be a slanted line. And it meets the second line at the bottom where the grass line is. And then the lowercase letter is underneath the plain line. From the plain line to the grass line, go up and around. Very good, boys and girls. Let's see if we can do another one. This one won't be as wide. Down, up, and around. There. Very good, boys and girls. Let's see what we have now. We have our uppercase N and our lowercase n. And the arrows told us to start, the numbers told us to start at the skyline for the uppercase N. The arrow told us to go straight down. The second line told us to do the same. Start at the skyline and go straight down. The third line we're going to slant. This is called a slanted line. We're going to slant the line and we're going to meet the second line at the grass line. Our lowercase n is formed underneath the plain line. Go down, go up and around. Okay, excellent, boys and girls. Now it's time to color our picture. We're going to color the cloud blue, the first line blue. First picture is blue for the first line. The skyline. I'm going to color my sun yellow. The second picture is the airplane for the plane line. Color that black. The third line is the grass line. Color the plant green, and the flower, you can color your flower any color you want. And the last line, the fourth line, is the worm line. We're going to color this little guy brown. And that's it, boys and girls. Okay, let's see. Let's just review one more time. We found out that our writing paper has 4 lines. The first line is called the skyline. The second line is called the plain line. The plain line is a dashed line. The third line is the grass line. And the last line, the fourth line, is the worm line. Very good, boys and girls. You did great. See you next time.